Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our live broadcast. This is the Alternative Voice. And every Thursday, we are always here to discuss with you matters that really concern you as a young person, as that person in that society. Welcome. Tonight, I'm your host, CLEOPHAS OLUOCH, as always, and this is the Alternative Voice. Welcome on our YouTube channel and welcome on our Facebook page at the Alternative Voice. And tonight, joining me in this discussion, live from Nairobi, Kenya, is one amazing lady. One lady who is commanding the online space, and there she is. The face might be well known, the name is as well known. And so, joining me tonight in this live broadcast is none other than Janet Machuka. Janet, hi.
Hi, Cleophas. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Welcome to our live broadcast.
I really do appreciate. Thank you.
Where are you tuned in from? Are you joining us live from Nairobi or you are back at home?
Home is Nairobi at the moment, so I'm joining
Aha.
from Nairobi.
Amazing, amazing. So, ladies and gentlemen, Janet Machuka is our guest tonight, and we are talking and having this discussion to be in a position to unravel what really digital marketing is, the field that she's really into and into a space. I know she'll be able to dive deep into this discussion tonight. And you can join us on the comment section on Facebook or YouTube. You can join us live and give us your feedback, send in your questions for Janet to get the time to answer them tonight. And so Janet nimetaja mara nyingi sana, lakini sasa watu hawajui Janet tonight.
Hi, Cleophas. I missed some of the words that you said because of the network.
Okay. If I can take you back, sorry for that. There was an incoming call, and I know the person is also watching. Please, if I'm live on show, please don't call. Don't call. I'll call you. I'll call you after this. Thank you very much. Wherever you're watching us live from, tonight we're talking with Janet Machuka, who is a communication and a digital communication strategist, a digital marketer, someone who is well endowed with this term and topic tonight, digital marketing. But we'd like to know, who is Janet Machuka?
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining today. I'm really humbled to be part of this session. And thank you, Cleophas, for sending that in email, that text on WhatsApp. Janet Machuka basically is a digital marketing strategist. But most of the people always wonder, how did I even come to be a digital marketing strategist? It's a gradual job, or rather, it's a gradual growth that I've been able to undergo. That's why I've been able to work with different brands under Sparks Corporate, which is a company that works as a digital marketing service provider to people. It can be on the digital space. People want to know and adapt to the digital space too. I am an influencer, of which most of the people actually know me as an influencer, but also digital strategy development for campaigns for brands that want to start off their digital marketing journey. I can do them. So basically, what I do is a lot, and sometimes explaining what I do can be quite a some of it because they see me a lot on also on Twitter community tweet chat. I bring people together to learn about digital marketing, to share tips at the same time. Create connections. That's the bit I can say for now. But as we go on with the session, I can be able to share more about me, and maybe some of the people can join me on my Twitter platforms.
Thank you very much, Janet, for that elaborate introduction tonight. And it's a pace setter for this discussion as we try to unravel what really digital marketing is. As you've said, digital marketing is broad, and that's the field where you really specialize. And so tonight, as we talk about this field, is a field that you really know, and we want to go straight into it. Some of the viewers tonight don't understand the term digital marketing. In simple words, that person who is really trying to come into the digital space would really wish to know, what's digital marketing, according to you, Janet?
Well, if you are watching us either from Facebook or YouTube, you're already on the digital space. Digital space is basically platforms that allow us to be able to communicate to people, to share our opinions, our views, and even comment and connect with them. So basically, this is us being on this platform where we are connecting. This is a space. This is a digital space. So digital marketing, when you want to explain more about it, is basically us human beings using these platforms to be able to talk about our brands, personal brands. It can be business brands, for the essence of making something out of it, in terms of we want people to know us, we want to create a relationship with people, we want to grow the brands. At the same time, we want to get value out of what we are sharing in terms of content. Uh-huh.
Thank you. Thank
Cleophas, are you
you.
still there?
Yes, I'm here, and I get you. Yes, so after giving that elaborate definition of digital marketing, we are in this platform as the alternative voice, and I know you also run a different platform and a community, that is the Africa Tweet Chat, as a co-founder. Now, that brings me to the question of what pushes you to try to create so much impact in the digital space.
One thing I know about digital marketing and the digital space at large is we are connecting people. As a personal brand, I want to create an impact in the society, in the space that is now digital, where most of the people have now adapted to it. They are using a lot of Twitter, they're using a lot of Facebook, Instagram, and all the other platforms that are there. So how can I be able to connect people? Not only me sharing my content or sharing what I feel is good to be shared, maybe my photos or about what I'm doing for the day, or having a party with friends and such. How can I gain out of it? So you talked about Africa Tweet Chat. Africa Tweet Chat is a community under a community. When I talk about a community under a community, this is what I mean. Twitter is a social media space, and it's a social media platform that is a community already, where people from different areas, geographical locations, different jobs and careers gather to share their opinions and maybe connect each other. So looking at it from that point, there are people who specifically want to engage other people in the essence that they want to be involved more in learning about marketing. It can be digital marketing, PR, and communication. Other people want to learn more about the music industry. Others will choose to create a community that they want to constantly talk about agriculture and farming and how the young people can be able to be part of it. So Africa Twitch Chat is a community of this of such a kind. We basically focus on digital marketing topics and discussions and any other business related discussion on the platform. The reason why I created the community is to bring like-minded individuals together, where they can be able to share their ideas, where they can be able to interact, where they can be able to engage, create relationships, and of which is the major thing that everybody wants to get out of social media. And at the end of the day, as we are creating these relationships, you are giving somebody an opportunity to know what you do or what kind of products that you sell. And actually, that's how you get referrals easily. Because most of the people will be like, oh, I'm on Twitter, I have so many followers, I don't know how to go about making sales for my product. It's not your follower having so many followers that sometimes give you an opportunity to sell. It's the connection that you create with someone, and that's why you finding these niche groups must be, it should be very important. Like right now, we are having discussions about digital marketing. This is a kind of a platform that you would like to be all the time, or all every time it happens, so that you can be able to engage with the people. You can connect with CLEOPHAS, or you can connect with Janet Machuka, who is a guest, so that in the future you can have possible partnerships if they will grow out of a connection or a relationship that you build.
Yes. Amazing, Janet. And so you're talking about gaining in the digital space, and that's what, and the space where most young men are really headed towards. And so this brings me to this question of how much can you say, or how can you draw a comparison between digital marketing and social media influencing? Is it coming hand to hand, or is one aiding the other? How can you strike a difference between digital marketing and also social media influencing? Because some do practice the other, thinking it's the other.
Okay. Digital marketing is basically us marketing on any digital platform involving social media. It can be on our websites, on the blogs, it can be on the e-commerce sites, it can be on the messaging apps, and the messaging apps are such as WhatsApp, where we can engage directly in that. You have my contact, I have your contact. It can be using other platforms like the content creation tools, where we try and create some photos, edit a bit on Canva. If people have used Canva, you'll see what Canva has done in terms of
Yeah.
helping you be able to create your videos or edit your photos. So
And creating
digital
them very
marketing is
fast.
basically us making good use of all these platforms in the internet to be able to market, share what we do, share what kind of products we represent, or be able to connect with your target customer or that individual that you want to create a relationship with. So when you talk about social media influencing, before I go to social media influencing, let me just talk about the components of digital marketing. One, we have social media marketing. We have content marketing, in which content marketing is more of sharing content that you are aiming to have a conversion out of it or create value out of it. It can be on your blogs, it can be on your social media platforms. You can do videos, you can do threads if it's Twitter. You can create a long post on Facebook and be able to interact with people, knowing that you are aiming at gaining value out of that interaction. You can talk about web traffic, website development. When I'm talking about website development, this is basically now bringing how can I put it? Bringing that face of a website to the people.
Yes.
And some people, more so when we want to know more about other people, they will send you a link. When you want to know about more about a certain company, they will send you a link to their website so that you can be able to see what do they offer, what kind of products do they deal with, how where are their offices located. For instance, if you search for janetmachuka.com, you will find more information about me other than the information you will find on my Twitter or on my Facebook or my Instagram. So that's another way of digital marketing. Another way of digital marketing is data analytics. And this is where most of us have actually been hearing this cliche or phrase: data is the new thing, you know?
It's the
And
in
people
thing,
wonder,
it's the
what is
new
it?
thing.
Exactly, it's the big thing. People wonder, which
Yes.
kind of data are you talking about? Basically, this is now us or people analyzing how conversations are happening on social media, how people are interacting with a certain brand, and how people are gaining out of the interactions. The analysis part. That's why we say data analytics. When you always want to check how many insights you had on your Facebook, the engagement, the likes, that is part of the analytics. So I have already broken down what is digital marketing. So when you come to social media influencing, remember I mentioned social media marketing as one of the components of digital marketing.
Yes.
Social media marketing has different ways in how we can approach the campaigns, if it's the campaigns or brand promotions. And influencer marketing is one of the pillars of social media marketing, where you get individuals who have the influence, they have the power to talk about something so perfectly than other people. And that's why we call them influence, having the power to talk about something in a way that you make people believe this is the right thing. This is what I should think about. This is how I should look at these products. This is how the world is happening. If it's somebody who talked something about politics or somebody who talked something about a certain brand. And that's why when you say social media influencers, they are typically individuals. These individuals have more power than the other people, but I don't mean power in terms of followers. You can have a lot of power, but you have less followers. And that's why we have different levels of social media influencers. We have the micro influencers, we have the macro influencers, and we have the mega influencers. I don't want to go into details into that, but if you need to learn more, please look for me.
Follow Janet. Go straight into this and follow janetmachuka.com. In our website, I promise you'll get the best of content and you'll get to see the best version of Janet Machuka. And so, with that question, I know it will always lead to another question, and that's about data. And you've mentioned very well that you can have the least number of followers, but you still have greatest impact on social media. I want you right now to talk to those people who think that social media marketing or digital marketing is about the numbers that you have. You can have numbers, yes, but the crowd that you command online or that community that you command online is total to zero. So talk to them and tell them something about followers. It's not about the followers, but what else should they accompany themselves with?
When you talk about followers, let's just start with somebody who doesn't know what is digital marketing, and maybe he or she doesn't want to start a career in any of the digital marketing components. Some people will grow their followers not knowing they might be the eyes of some, they can be eyes of some of the brands in the industry so that they can talk about them. So the followership has different levels. And I want you to look at marketing. The reason why we do marketing is not only about us getting the awareness out or getting more eyeballs or getting so many people knowing about our brand or our product or our services that we sell. Digital marketing has different pillars. You can create the awareness. Some people want to create the brand engagements. Some people want to have leads. They want to create leads. Other people want to sell. So I have mentioned four, objectives? Yeah. Four
Yes, the reason
objectives.
why people
One,
go on social.
awareness. There's brand awareness. There is, I talked about engagements and conversations. And then I talked about leads. And then I talked about the sales. So these are different four objectives. And we have different individuals who can be very good at either of them. Some people are very good at awareness, but they're not good at building conversations with people. Some people are very good at creating a sale, but they're not very good at doing the brand awareness. And when you talk about awareness, you need that boom. That if it's a campaign, you need to start it with a bang, If
That
we want
bang
to
and everyone gets to see the
exactly.
noise.
You want everybody to see it, to know that there's a new brand in the market. There's a new name in the market. There's a new product that can give you a solution. But, for that, we don't want to deal more of about the product, but we are focusing more on, can we be seen? Can we make people know that we are existing now? So
Yeah.
in such, you find that brands tend to use people with a lot of followers. The reason being, they can reach out to a mass, a bigger mass, more people within a specific time. Some people who have less followers or middle followers, they can have less followers, but the kind of engagement they have on their social media platforms is mind-blowing. And that's why you find that some specific people will be identified by brands to do conversations on social media, and others will just be given a one-time job. We are launching this product. I need you to appear. I need you to post, and they're done with you. But others
A
will be
1 hour
given an
thing, a
opportunity.
2 hour thing, and it's done.
Exactly. Others will be given an opportunity to work with brands for like even 1 month, 6 months. Why? And that's why we talk about data. When we do the analysis of what you do with your personal brand, what kind of information do we get? What kind of data? What kind of sentiments? What kind of engagements do we see? If you have a lot of good engagements, we can feel confident giving you our product or service to talk about it on social media for a longer period. But if we see you have a lot of audience, but when it comes to engagements, it's lesser than someone with 20,000 followers or 10,000 followers, I'd rather pay somebody with 10,000 so that she can give me the engagement that I want. It's the same
Amazing.
thing that happens. You find that when we are doing now the making of the sale itself, it's a process, at the same time. Don't expect to launch a product to give an influencer a chance to market your product and then expect to get like the sales by tomorrow. It doesn't happen like that. Even when you get leads from it can be the traditional way of marketing. You have to be very patient. You have to create a relationship with these people. And that's what we do on social media too, on digital marketing. You have to create the awareness. And then after creating the awareness, now you look into how can I create conversations, engagements that can make people feel like they are starting to connect to the brand. They're starting to build a connection, a relationship. In that, I'll want to respond to you or retweet you because I feel like, oh, this is a very good product. I've given my time to understand what you're talking about. What kind of products are you talking about? What kind of services are you talking about? And then from there, once I've shown my interest, you will treat me as a lead. And this lead, of course, you're going to constantly nurture that lead. It can be through now, if you've collected the data from maybe the blogs where you added your subscribe to my newsletter, you will be now sending them the emails. If you picked their number, you will be now sending them the SMS. We usually receive messages and emails a lot. Yes?
Yes, you'll be in a position to get calls and also SMSs from the leads that
Exactly,
you've
because you're now
that you've
creating
gathered
a
in social.
relationship with lead. Yeah. And then eventually, some people actually take a journey by the time they will want to convert to a sale. Some people will look at a product, but because of the way you packaged it, they will just buy it right away. So we have different people. And these different individuals represent different groups who they can be able to talk to directly and connect. There's some people who actually can't there's some people who choose to see me when I do a brand campaign as somebody who's just sharing information about something without necessarily caring about it later on. But there's some people who will see me posting about it often, and then they will now ask, okay, so tell me more about this. You see? So there are different levels of this influence. So everybody can be given a chance to grow in the digital, but we can't, all of us can't just be doing digital marketing. We have to have a few people who are doing it so that others can do the other work.
Okay, Janet, there are those people who are watching and they're really wondering how can they get into this business? And there you are, you're just telling them point blank that not everyone can do digital marketing. Digital marketing itself is an art, and for sure, Janet, you've mastered this art. And as you can see, if you're joining us live on Facebook or YouTube, she's flowing with the content. I mean, this is the area and the field that she's really aware of. And brands need people like Janet Machuka. And don't worry, by the end of this show tonight, in the next 10 to 15 minutes, you'll be in a position to learn and to know how to become a digital marketer, and even how to get to Janet Machuka in our social media platforms, and also to join her in a conversation. We take this break with the comments that are coming in from YouTube and Facebook, where we are live at the Alternative Voice. Watch now, KE. Yes, there's someone using a brand account there, Janet. Sindio?
Maybe that's his brand account.
Yes, anaitwa Watch Now KE. Janet Machuka. Yeah, hii inakaa ni celebu. Huu ni fan base yako kamili. JL Empire. Hi Janet. Si ni mrembo. Mafisi walifika. Asante sana Janet for being here. Sana, she's one of a kind. Yes, Janet unasifiwa kweli kweli mitandaoni. Kevin Amuya anasema ako tuned in from we are Nairobi. Tafadhali tuambie, where are you listening in? Where are you watching us live from? Jason Sagini, mnapendeza kweli kweli, I say. Hii ni red carpet event. Kwani salimia mgeni sana. Jana tumesalimiwa na askofu wa michezo nchini, Jason Sagini. Kevin Amuhaya, Amzil, much welcome to our lovely guest. Nakukaribisha tu bado. Sawa, tukizidi kusonga. You guys are looking sharp and ready for the show. We are 34 minutes past 8 p.m. That's the East African time. Kenya Andes, nice conversation to upcoming digital marketers. Thank you very much, Andes. Roncliffe Kipiego, tuned. Thank you very much. That's our viewer from YouTube. Angelica Kairitu, tuned. Thank you very much. Are you watching us from Nyeri, Nairobi, or Nyahururu? Yes. Victor Nyalual, tuned in from Kisumu. The show is wow. Thank you very much for joining this live broadcast on Facebook. Oriwo Samuel joining us live from Moi University, Amako, Siaya County. Awesome. I'm in. Thank you very much. And if you're joining us on our social media platforms, continue. And after this, find more about Janet Machuka on our social media platform. And this is the great show that we have. Masharia Breton. Wow. Cleo to the world. Much blessings, bro. Thank you very much. And Janet Machuka is here. Janet, actually, kuna watu nafikiria wewe si Mkenya. Actually, I got two people who called me today wakisema ati msichana mwenye una host leo anatoka nchi gani? Nikaambiwa kweli akai Mkenya. Are you Kenyan? Make it clear to our viewers tonight. Are you Kenyan?
Really? Machuka is a Kenyan name.
Yes. So if you're watching and you ask that question, Machuka is a Kenyan and she's born and bred. Hopefully aendi kutoka hapa kwenda kuwa bred mahali. Ambia Janet ajenge gig ya Twitter tags. Janet, kuna watu watafuta kazi hapa ile 1 hour ulisema. Yes, you can send chat Janet and follow her on our social media platforms at Janet Machuka across all platforms. Feel free to share with her whatever thing you think about digital marketing. And if you continue with our engagement every Wednesday from 9 p.m. at the Africa Tweet Chat, be there with her and you'll for sure get to learn more and more. Alex Onsanse, great show. How does one be eligible to market or earn on Facebook and Instagram, on IG? Janet, if you can just note that down so that once we come back after getting the questions from the viewers, we'll be in a position to... ndio hiyo.
Please, I don't have a
Yes. Question 1 there we have from Alex Onsanse, how to earning on Facebook and Instagram. And if our production guy, the technical team live from India, can take us to the next question, we'll be glad. Facebook and IG. Yes, we have Roncliffe Kipiego. Great. I just love how, Janet, you've mastered the content. You're definitely the to-go-to person. I hope we continue to gain more from you. Thank you very much for joining this live broadcast, Kipiego. And Janet is here just to receive. Janet, receive.
Blessings.
Yes, receive the blessings from Roncliffe Kipiego. And if you move to the next viewer, Can you get Sam Negaga? Very insightful. That's also another person who is earning big on Twitter. And if you can get others, I know we'll be back. Kenya Anandis, Janet Machuka, thanks for the great conversation. James Junior Ayugi anasema mia kwa mia ako nasi. Miss Gloria tuned in from Nairobi. Daniel Jaka, being enlightened enough. Very interesting. Janet, you're really great to listen to. Scholar and Mishaun Photography Academy. Janet is amazing. Love you guys from Nigeria. Wow. Leo tumeenda international. Tuned in from Kenya. Watch Now is a comedy account on YouTube owned by the First. Yeah? K the First on Twitter. Subscribe for content which will be uploaded in the coming days. Thank you very much for marketing. And that's now digital marketing. Thank you very much. And we have another question from Mwoneke Chisom. Miss Janet, please check your DM. Yes, anasema hivyo. I really love your content on Twitter. How do you deal with imposter syndrome? Yes, that's a question that Janet will get to answer. Imposter syndrome. And you have Scholar also with a question. Anauliza kwamba, yes, my question is that at what point do you say to yourself that you can launch yourself as a digital marketer?
Okay.
Yes, the time to know that now you're ready to launch yourself as a digital marketer. And I think that's the first question that Janet will be answering tonight as we move to the second and the first question in that order, tukirudi nyuma. So Janet, how do you make yourself ready, or at what time should you think you're ready to launch yourself as a digital marketer?
Well, thank you so much, everyone, for giving amazing comments. And now on the question, when do you know it's the right time for you to say, yes, now I'm a digital marketer? There are different ways that you can know. One, there are people who basically gain popularity after some point, after some time. It can be popularity or just followership, and people identifying you having the best conversations or engagements, and now they tend to refer you to brands. That's one. So you can be creating your space without necessarily thinking you will be a digital marketer, but somebody recognizes that you have the skills that you can be able to help other brands grow, or individuals be able to make use of your platform. That's one. Number two, I think you've seen people being famous overnight. For them,
You create
it comes,
content and boom.
but I'm not saying that you look for a way that you're going to be famous overnight. Sometimes it can be overwhelming that you don't know how to go about managing and everything. So that's another way some of the people know that they can now start marketing or about for brands, because they get that those eyeballs. People want now start engaging them. People want to know what they're doing, and that's when brands get the opportunity to start now leveraging on the kind of audience that come into their social media platforms to market their products or to spread their awareness. Another way that you can be able to use, and this is actually one of the best ways that I think has worked for so many people. Digital marketing is large, as I said. It's huge. When I talk about a digital marketer, it doesn't basically mean social media influencer. And I think this is where people really confuse a lot. Digital marketing is huge. I talked about social media marketing as being one of the components. I talked about web development. I talked about content marketing. I talked about data analytics. Look at all this. Then these are fields that have other branches underneath. For instance, if I have to give the obvious of social media marketing, where people confuse it, only social media influencers that we see, there are so many people, there's so many there's so many jobs that you can get in social media marketing. You can be an influencer, you can become a social media content creator, you can be a social media manager for a company or a brand, you can be a brand manager. You're managing another individual who is not able to manage herself because maybe of the overwhelming kind of job that he does or she does. You can also be a consultant. You can be a social media trainer. So looking at that, these are marketers, but they're under social media marketing. So if you have to look through or do your research on the kind of jobs that are there for social media marketing, there are so many. So you identifying which one you are going to be part of is key. And after you identify, now you're going to find groups of people or individuals who are doing the same thing. You're going to start engaging them and build a relationship with them. This relationship you're building, sometimes it might look like you're really trying so hard and people are not identifying you. People are not seeing what you're doing. As you continue building the relationship, remember to always give your value, or if it's on your social media platforms, as you give your value and then you're creating relationship with the people doing the similar thing or similar, maybe it's job or niche markets that you want to engage in, if it's content creation or if it is social media marketing, you are going to earn some trust and people are going to see, you have the value that I can connect you to one of my clients. And nowadays, by the way, let me give you a secret. Nowadays, most of the time you get somebody asks you, can you kindly refer me to somebody? You won't want to refer somebody who is going to give you shame. I will refer you if I know you're valuable, or you will give something to the brand.
Giving
So
referrals.
that's really,
Malutaki kuchoma.
yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Na nataka kuchomea brand yake.
Hakuna.
So that relationship, that connection, as you build it, sometimes it might take longer, but if it gets an opportunity, it actually gives you something that you never even thought you would have. So connection and finding niche groups. And by niche groups, I mean, there are so many groups on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You don't have to create your own. You can find out which ones are there and then be part of the communities. And that's why I have Africa Tweet Chat, where we come, we engage, we connect. And one thing that you have to be very keen on, don't be part of a community and be like, yes, I'm just there. You're adding a number. Your work is just to retweet and like and share and share. What about commenting? Why can't we see your name somewhere? And make sure you're always seen. Don't be like some of us who always are in WhatsApp groups that talk about digital marketing, but we never say anything. But we are there. And we expect people to know we are there. Out of sight, out of mind.
It's a matter of waiting for every Wednesday at 9 p.m. just to join the live Twitch chat for you to retweet, like, but you don't leave a comment. I think it's motivating enough even to join this live broadcast and to give us your feel. You can critique, tell us what we are doing right and what we are not doing right for us to improve. Human is always to err, and with time we'll get to be not perfect, because no one is perfect. We'll try to improve on whatever thing we're doing. And so, Janet, I would like to bring this very quick question to you before we move to the actual question. Your take on patience on growth. Janet, for sure, I've known you right from campus and following you right from the time I joined campus till now that we are all out and we know the journey, how it has been. For you, what's your take on patience for growth? Because some people get into the digital marketing and they want to get there at the point of influencing at the same time. So how patient have you been? And I've known you for quite some time to be someone who is so aggressive on taking on opportunities. So how patient have you been, and what lessons have you learned from the same?
One thing before I talk about patience, if you want to get into something, don't just get into it because of the money. Do you have the interest? Because sometimes it can be draining. Sometimes it will reach a point where you don't know what you are going to post so that people can constantly engage you on social media. And that's why most of the people say they want to start a digital marketing journey. Maybe it's influencing on social media marketing. They reach a point they don't know what to post. They run out of ideas. But if you know you are getting into it because of the interest that you have, and you have the drive to really continue learning and continue finding new ways, trust me, you'll never run out of content. You never run out of other ideas on how you can engage them into your brand. And now on the patient's part, social media and any kind of work actually needs you to be very patient enough so that you can grow step by step. There is a good reason to why in we were to go from class 1 to class 2 to class 3. There was no opportunity for somebody to jump just from class 1 to class 8. Why? There is a lot of information that you will leave outside in the process. And you might end up not learning the essentials about your life. It's the same thing as social media marketing or digital marketing. Gradual is better. As you learn about the patients, you are giving yourself an opportunity to learn, to engage more people, to find more people, to exercise your skills. Because one thing I've realized is people grow their following, and then it reaches maybe 10,000 or some level. They feel now I need to monetize it, and then they go ahead, they switch. I'm a marketer, and then from there, their first client, they wanted them to pay 30,000 shillings. You have never, ever exercised your skills with any brand. You have never given yourself a chance to do a pro bono for a brand so that they can see, do you really understand the market? Do you understand what we need as a company? Can you give me the value without the money so that I can see you're really a good person or you're really good at what you're doing? Now I can invest in you. So there's a need. Actually, when I was starting off, for me, I did media and media science. Digital marketing was actually ni kama tulipatana tu kwa njia. And then I got the interest. So I just wanted to learn about. Tulipatana nikiwa tu campus. So me wanting to learn about it reached a point where when I was starting off, I did a lot of free jobs. But why was I doing it? I wanted to learn. It reaches a point, if you want to be an influencer, you need to be part of what some of the influencers are doing. You are not being paid, but you want to learn in the process. And that's where your patience starts. The ability to do something without the money. If you can do something without the money, then you're patient enough. Because your time will come as you perfect your skills, as you ask questions, as you find better ways, and as you understand your niche and how it operates. There are some people who make money overnight just by them saying, I'm a digital marketer, I'm an influencer. There are some people who take time. And that's why I'll leave this tip to every single person. As much as you're going to be approached by brands or you're going to approach the brands, look at the value that you're going to give to them. At the same time, look at the partnership angle, a long-term partnership, other than a 1-month thing where they will pay you a lot of money and then they will never want to work with you.
Yeah. So such great insights from you, Janet. And we've just taken to the bank that interest supersedes the money that you're really going for outside there. But let your interest be the drive and not that money, so that you can contribute that knowledge to other members of the society. And so, Janet, how do you deal with the imposter syndrome on social media? A quick one, then we move to the next.
I don't think I've ever suffered that. So I'll
Janet
say I've
Machuka,
never suffered.
Yes, Janet Machuka is one, and it's only one. No one can try to.
I am Janet Machuka, and this is me. I think what helped me is the fact that by the time people know me on social media, I was already working with by then I was an intern at Standard Media. And I remember that's the very time I grew even from my campus. So that opportunity alone gave my name a chance to just go boom. It's just Janet Machuka and it's Janet Machuka. And then Twitter giving me a chance to have a verification at least gave me a reason to say it's me and me alone. It's the Janet Machuka. As much as we'll have the other Janets, but we still have one person who is Janet Machuka.
who is verified. Thank you very much. So if you're following any other Janet Machuka who is not verified, that's not Janet Machuka who is our guest tonight. And we have a question from, that was our first question that was asked tonight. How do you earn from Facebook and Instagram?
When it comes to earning, we'll take you back. If the person who asked that question, if he was still on the live, I talked about the different jobs or the different careers you can have in digital marketing, in social media marketing, and others. So looking at that, it depends first on which kind of career are you in. Are you a content creator? Because patience again is another key. You have to be patient enough to constantly give creative content to a point where somebody will recognize you. But it's easier for you if you have the content on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. And if in this case, if you're a content creator in terms of the videos, it's easier for you to earn if you take the content and post it on YouTube too, grow your following, grow your subscription to a point where you can be able to start monetizing it. So that's a way you can earn, but I took you a bit to YouTube. So another way you can earn from Facebook, I know so many people who are experts in creating ads for brands. Their work is just to come on the page and help them set up the sponsored ads because they understand the deep knowledge on the ads on Facebook and Instagram. Other people can be social media managers. I am a social media manager for some brands, of course I won't mention. That is another way you can earn from either of the social media of the platforms. Another way you can earn from these social media platforms, of course, is being an influencer, of which most of the people, I think influencer marketing has overpowered a lot of other career jobs, which have quite a good number of money. Not a good number of money, I mean you can make good figures. Not just money.
Are they quick
Very good
money? Are they
figures.
quick money?
Yeah, so you go ahead and do your research on the careers on social media marketing, especially for the ones that you have identified, Facebook and Instagram, and then you will be able to see on which one will you want to maximize your time in and your efforts and your skills.
Thank you, Janet. And now that's part of being creative, or now you create the content. There's a question from Scholar. Yes, the Scholar on YouTube. On YouTube, no, that's the second question. But the first question she asked, how do you deal with creative block? You as a creative, you as a social media manager, you as an account manager, as a digital marketer, how do you deal with the creative block?
One thing I've never actually believed in is working on my own. Working on your own sometimes can fatigue your mind. You can get tired of even getting ideas, or even tired of your brain getting tired. So to avoid that creative block, you need to surround yourself with people who constantly give you conversations and ideas, and even you talk about something in a way that you can help each other come up with ideas, creative ideas on how you're going to approach the content, how you're going to approach the social media strategies. And also being part of niche groups is actually amazing, because most of the time niche groups like Twitter chats, from the name Twitter chats, they chat themselves. That means people are going to ask questions and people are going to respond. People are responding in different ways. People are giving different answers, different minds. In one or the other, you're going to pick some new ideas from them. How can you leverage them on your social media platform? So that's another way that you can deal with the creative block. In that, you can be constantly be able to learn something new. You can constantly be able to add something new, and always looking for people who will help you in that is amazing. And that starts with your immediate people that you can call anytime if you want to ask them a question, without necessarily them being like, oh, ninunulie chai. And something else we have to focus on is constantly check on the trends. It can be Google trends, it can be social media trends, and also the algorithm changes. At least this will give you an idea on how you're supposed to approach your creativity afresh and in a way that will be consumable, and in a way that you can constantly be green to new content, new ways on how other people are doing elsewhere, and then you use it maybe in your social media platform, all the brands that you manage for.
Amazing, amazing. We are 50 minutes into this live broadcast. I didn't even realize how this time flies, but the the viewer who asked the question is called Shola, not scholars I've been mentioning. Yeah, Shola. So thank you very much, Shola, for the question. And we have a question from JL Empire. If you can get the question. Sorry, we missed that question. Amesema anarudia tena. I will rudia. Do I need training to be a digital marketer? Part one. Do I need followers and influencing powers? That was answered. Alafu, hizi Mepal and GIF ni marketing poa. So Janet, if you get that question, kindly respond to the first part. Do you need training to become a good digital marketer? Just a quick one. Then we'll move to the next question by Shola, who is also having our next point of discussion as we bring
I'll
this
answer
to an end.
is, do you need a training on digital marketing? There are people who can be able to find content, information, and the way they engage with people. It's easier for them to learn from them because they understand the market, they have the skills, they teach them well, or they give them information in a better way, and they can be able to make that knowledge actionable in a way that you use it now to try and see if it works. If I tell you inspiration works on social media, and then you'll be like, oh, I've learned about digital marketing and inspiration, but you have never tried it. Can it help you? No. If I tell you video works on social media, you have never showed up anywhere to do a video, and then you'll be like, oh, I'm a digital marketing, I can give you. It's not
Videos.
possible until when you make it actionable. So one, you can learn without necessarily going to a class to learn about it, but you learn from people by giving yourself a chance to be attentive, by giving yourself a chance to be engaging, to ask questions. I have people who actually ask me questions every single day in my DM on WhatsApp. And it's easier for me because I usually send them the audios. And I'm like, okay, we're engaging because they want to learn on a specific thing. Sometimes you can attend a class that wants to train about digital marketing, but the whole 2 hours, you only pick two ideas that you want, two answers that you wanted out of it. You have wasted a lot of time. But I'm not saying that training, being part of as in undergoing digital marketing training is a waste of time. No. There are so many things that you can learn you didn't know. There's so many things you can leave out by asking somebody to answer you directly, or by doing your research then you will be having or learning in a school. And that's why even right now, people go to school, people go to the university, people go to colleges. Nobody gets born and then you be like, oh, there's no need for you to go to school. You just be there, ask something that you want to learn, and then we'll answer you. It doesn't happen that way.
Uliza ujibiwe. Ask and that question will really be answered. And if you ask the right people, you'll for sure get the correct answers that you need. And we have Shola. Shola still asking, what's the worst digital marketing failure? Your worst digital marketing failure. How did you resolve it? And what lessons did you learn, Janet?
What was my worst digital marketing failure? For me, I don't think I have had a very worst failure per se, because mine has been gradual growth. Yeah, I don't think I've ever made any mistake that I feel like it's the worst marketing mistake in digital that I've ever made. So maybe something I feel like I've a bit failed my brand is fully embracing the videos on the digital space. That's why I feel like I have lagged behind. I've a bit failed in that, but I'm really trying to create videos lately. So yeah, How did you resolve it? I'm trying to create videos. Lessons. The lessons I've learned is some people who actually came from. There are people who have taken a shorter time to be known on social media, and now they are earning from their videos. I've been on the digital platform for 4 years. No, I never monetized on videos. Imagine. And some people who started 1 year ago and they're monetizing.
Janet, we need to do something on your YouTube channel. So, guys, if you are here and you are part of this great community of the Alternative Voice, and you are joining us live in this conversation, kindly rush to YouTube after this show. Subscribe to Janet Machuka. She has amazing content. Please, she'll be posting her videos on YouTube channel so that she can overcome this failure that has really made a lag behind. Follow her at Janet Machuka on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And so, Janet, our viewers tonight have really given us easy time going through the questions that we really had to answer in this segment, the second part of this discussion on the individuals and companies who do well online and what they should do when it comes to social media marketing, digital marketing, and use of the influencer marketing. And you've really covered that nicely. And I know that's the right way that we should all go. And if you are in a position to be part of any organization as a social media manager, a social media coordinator, an influencer, kindly speak to the right people, ask the right questions, and as Janet put it, you'll always get your answers. And so, Janet, during COVID-19 pandemic in our country, so many things came up. Many young people went into the digital space to sell their items. I have a number of friends who sell on WhatsApp, those who do clothes. I have Faith, I have Zainab, I have a number of them who really have embraced the art of advertising on social media. And at times you find two people who are in a situation where they need this one person to buy. Janet Machuka is selling. An example, Don Jaka is also selling. I'm the friend. And now you need me to buy from the two of you. That brings some sort of enmity, and also you really don't know what to do. How can you advise those people who really have double clients and those who really want to keep relationships and business at the same time in the digital space?
Personally, if they are close friends, I might choose to even leave both of them and go look for another person. But
you go to a stranger, someone who won't catch feelings.
but I'm not saying that that's what I would do. Looking, as much as they are my friends and they're doing, maybe they're selling clothes, there's a dress that Mary has which is better and fits me, but Nancy doesn't have. So I have to give them, to avail myself to try some of them. If they don't fit me, of course they will say they don't fit me, then I'll go for the other person. That's fair, at least. Another way is you can be helping them at least share. And that way, you will make share in an equal way. If you feel like your audience will love, so that people can pick whoever they feel like this is before I go, who I can pick, people pick a product, not the individual. So what I'm going to buy is the product. I don't want a cloth that I'm going to keep in my closet for 4 years, 5 years, so that I can fatten myself to fit in it. I want something that I can wear to the next maybe party, So
hata bila gym. Hata bila gym inaingia tu. Hata bila gym.
So people want to buy some things that they know they are going to add value to them. Nobody wants to spend money just because you are my friend. The economy is harsh. So we talk about the pandemic. It's harsher, if that word exists. It's very harsh.
Yes.
It's very hard for people to maintain their bills, the everything, So they have to understand. And of course, they know their business is their business online, of course, moving everything online. There are so many mistrusts with people. People are taking time to build trust with some brands before they even start buying from them. So give them an opportunity, and give your friend an opportunity to share without you judging them, or to buy from whoever they want without you judging them. Because alipenda nguo, si wewe ati ni kwa sababu sasa nilipenda ile nguo ninakuchukia. Doesn't happen like that. Yeah.
Alipenda nguo, alipenda product, akupenda wewe ndio akakuja hapo, but urafiki lazima udumu. So thank you. Unawapenda wote, amazing. So Janet, we are exactly 1 hour into this show tonight, and we are almost coming to an end. And before we come to an end, I know those people who are still following us on YouTube and Facebook. Kindly give yourself some shout outs before we take the final question, then we call it a day. We have Moneke Chison. Janet, please check your DM. Amekutumia DM pale. Patricia Combo. We have Patricia Combo anasema, I follow you on Twitter. Nice topic. Thank you very much. Guya CLEOPHAS, powerful senior. I have a question. Yes, please ask the question. If we fail to answer it online, we'll for sure answer you offline. This conversation continues after even this show. And so we have Prince Diamante. Diamante. I love the show. Wajua mi nataka nipate tips za marketing online. Manake mi ni msanii. Yes, Janet, this is an artist who needs to market the content of the song online. How can they do it? Do they go get the influencers? Because that's what I've seen others doing. Unapata song, nani ametoa song na nani ameweka pale mitandaoni, amepata wale influencers wengine wamelipwa pesa yao mzuri ya 1 hour, 2 hours, hivi wamemaliza kazi, wamepata pesa. Is that the right way to go for artist? Or what should an artist like Prince do in this case?
Well, I'm not an expert in sharing my knowledge in the entertainment industry, because I'm not too much into it. But one thing I've seen really work, when you know you own, if you are a musician, or if you are an entertainer, or if you are somebody who is trying to sell a service on social media, or let people know that you do something, you have to focus more on your personal brand. The touch that you have with people, the connection that you create with people, is what is going to help your music grow. The way you engage with them, in that by the time you start, if in your campaign strategy you add something like a challenge, people will easily want to join, because one, you care about them. You have already built your brand in a way that it's lovable. People want to be engaged. They want to be identified with. They want to be identified with it. And that's why you find that some people, their songs will go viral faster than the others. But of course, there are different ways that this can be approached. But what I can advise for me is start building a personal brand that is lovable, that has that touch with human beings, with other people. Comment, not because you are a msanii. When people comment on your posts, you just ignore. Liking, commenting, or reply, as much as inaonekana very tiny, it's very important to your fandoms, to your fans who are following you, who are constantly wanting to see what are you giving us next, or what new are you sharing, what kind of music, when are you dropping your next music. So that's what I can say for now, Prince.
Thank you very much, Janet. Na Prince Diamante has just realized that na aache usta mwingi, uceleb, na aanze kujibu texts, DM. Answer them, because you never know who your fan is. Weka usta kando na ujibu. Yes, I'm here, Janet. KJ Mpoa, thank you very much for being part of this great discussion tonight. We bring it to an end with this final question in our part 3. And Janet, as a brand, your brand in the digital marketing, is it good to mix your personal life and the business or should there be a distinction that is visible in the online businesses? Should you continue with so much business and mix it with your personal life, or you should create a barrier between the two, or a clear distinction?
One, I'm hoping everybody who is going to get this answer from me, I'm basically focusing on people who want to build or who are building careers in digital marketing. So I'm going to answer in that instance. So there's some people, so many people are on social media, but they just want to pass time. So we don't expect them to be fully in that level that a professional marketer will want to be. So for a professional marketer, remember, digital is huge. You can be so professional in website development. It can be on a content on your blogs. It can be on the data analysis. But when it comes to social media, you can be it's a mix-up of you, because there is that social aspect. There is a reason to why these platforms are called social media. You have to socialize with people. You have to be part of conversations that are societal. But remember this, as you share some of your pics of you relaxing with your friends, or you taking some wine or some juice somewhere, always relate it with the kind of brand that you want to build, the kind of business that you're in. And always know, to what extent should I share this, and to what extent should I not share this. And that's why you find that, for instance, for my case, Janet Machuka, there are topics, as much as they are social, I wouldn't want to engage in, politics being one of them. Sometimes, okay, entertainment is an industry anybody can be part of. But if you look at my social media platforms, I am really into the music and entertainment industry. I'm really into talking about even the beer industry and alcohol industry, because I know who are my target clients. So when I mix my social life, I know I can take a photo of me maybe in the house chilled. I can use a photo of me with my friends somewhere, or with maybe those people who think I'm a celeb, they can take a photo with me and then I can post it. So those are some of so for me, there's an extent I can go to content sharing or mixing the other social parts of my life, and there's some extent I can't. You won't see me talking about my private life, because that I don't feel like my clients need to know about that. I'm supposed to give them my services, not my private life. But we are different. So everybody have different things that they want on social media. There are some digital marketing careers that need you to share a bit more of what you do as a social person, apart from the other digital services. For instance, like me doing trainings for clients, me doing influencing for clients for their products. There's some part of social media marketing that involves more of the a bit social life and mixed, that kind of private life. So you have to understand that. So there are different ways, but it's upon you. To what extent do you go, and who are you targeting at the end of the day? Because if your client is that person, reputation is top, as in they want to look at their reputation first before they engage with you, you'll have to meet their standards. If your client is the person who will be like, okay, they don't care who they choose, and they're okay with you, you have to meet their standards too.
Thank you very much, Janet, and for this great conversation and the feedback that we received online. This conversation continues, and we are here at the Alternative Voice. And just to finalize, najua kuna mtu moja nikimwacha tu nje bila kumtaja. Thank you very much, Beda Otieno. Janet amesema hopefully Beda is still watching. Na Beda anasema, there's a comment from Beda Otieno, tuned in from Eldoret. Janet is an awesome speaker. Hiyo ningeacha, Beda angeniambia mbona hukuambia classmate yangu ati she's an awesome speaker. So Beda, you are still in Eldoret. Janet amesikia. Thank you very much for joining this live conversation. There's a question that has been asked, and I really don't want to lock this person out, though she has just come on as we are finishing. Pinches Maish, a good marketing, Janet Machuka, a good marketing and social media personality. How can you grow your personal brand while employed full-time? That's the question from Pinches. KJ Mpoa, building a brand requires social media discipline too. Sometimes topics are so sweet, you just feel like jumping in, but oops, you remember your brand. Nalisema, I noticed, Janet, you really keep off politics. I admire that. So, Janet, it's been nice. I don't know which one you want to start with, but it's now at your free will to choose the question, the final questions to handle.
How can you grow your brand, your personal brand, while employed full time? I want
Yes.
you to, we have plenty of our time in our hands. And the reason why I'm saying this is there are so many people, as much as they are employed, they want to check, they just check on social media what is happening, what somebody is saying, what did this celebrity do, where are they today, what is their real TikTok. That's the time you should be using to start creating your brand. So you have time. Everybody has time. It's about planning and knowing on what time are you supposed to post this, what time am I supposed to engage other people, what time am I supposed to spend it so that I can just look through what people are doing. For instance, you can take your evenings when you are off work to focus more on the engagement bit of the fun bit, the funny TikTok challenges, or maybe the nice, amazing tweets, Facebook groups people are talking about or commenting. So during the day, you can take that time to, at least if you have a break, you go and see what your community members are doing or what other people are doing. And another thing, how you can build your personal brand while employed full-time is finding communities. And communities, actually, I like the way communities don't really spend a lot of time discussing about something and gathering. 1 hour is enough. For instance, look at this, what's it called? This live video, live session that you're having. It's supposed to be happening within 1 hour. You can spend 1 hour or 45 minutes, depending on what time you joined, and then you can be asking the questions. You can be responding to something. And Finches, if I have to tell you, right now there are people who are watching who have realized there's somebody by the name Finches. So they'll want to go and see what do you do, because you have represented your brand. And this is one way of you growing your brand online. So as much as we are in or the full-time jobs, and sometimes, I'm sorry to say this, sometimes I feel like people who are in full-time jobs have time than some of us who are
Really?
working from home. I don't know, but I'm sorry to say that. But always time. That tea break moment, that lunchtime moment, you can always spend like 5 minutes, and then you're done with what you wanted to post on social media or engage with somebody for your
Sure.
brand building aspects. The
Yes.
next question. Oh,
The
hopefully
next
I've
question, if you
answered
can
you,
get it.
Finches.
Yeah.
Building a brand
That,
requires
that,
social media discipline. Yes.
yeah, I think that was not even a question, but just
Oh,
he was
it
trying
was.
to emphasize on that topic that you said, oh, you keep off some topics. At times you just feel they're so interesting and you are into them and you say, you remember your brand and you say, Janet
Yeah.
Machuka should not comment on this.
What I usually say, before you comment, or if you're really pressured to comment and you really don't want to comment, there's a button on your phone that you can switch off the Wi-Fi or the data.
Thank you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you, Janet Machuka, for accepting our invite as the alternative voice to be part of this live broadcast today, Thursday. And we are 14 minutes after the first hour that we spent in this live chat. This is the longest so far this year. And thanks for the interesting, engaging. If you can just paraphrase whatever thing you said it must be engaging, and you must ensure that there's the brand awareness. Here we are as the alternative voice meeting the Africa Tweet Chat, and hopefully we'll have conversions to our various platforms. Follow Janet Machuka on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn at Janet Machuka, and follow the Wednesday community chat that is there, the tweet chat at Africa Tweet Chat. So thank you very much for honoring the invite, Janet, and for everyone who joined us on Facebook and YouTube, thank you very much. Till next Thursday, we are organizing a better and good content come February to the years to come. We'll be producing weekly videos as well as other content on social media platform as what we've learned today from Janet Machuka. It's been a pleasure, and I've been your host for tonight. Have yourself a good night, and thank you very much, Janet, for accepting the invite.
Bye.